The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this commentary belong solely to the author and do not necessarily represent the views of our company, management, staff, or our affiliates.
In its bid for office, the People's Progressive Party Civic, in its election campaign, promised to create 50,000 new employment opportunities for Guyanese. It's now 2024. The PPPC is well on its way to fixing the unemployment crisis created by poor management and bad policy decisions of the APNU AFC government. The former administration created the conditions necessary for festering the unemployment crisis in Guyana. They added taxes to electricity, water, education, parallel with the introduction of new taxes on over 200 food items and even internet data. The policies imposed on Guyanese by the APNU AFC led to the contraction of the manufacturing and productive sectors. This resulted in heightening rates of unemployment in Guyana. Then, by the time the PPPC government got into office in 2020, there was a blooming unemployment crisis. In response to the crisis, the PPPC government immediately identified and rectified the flawed policies imposed on citizens by the former administration. The government set out on a mission to bridge the unemployment gap. In so doing, the government demonstrated its willingness to honor its commitment to Guyanese by fulfilling its campaign promise. Let's examine what the government has done for the people of this country since taking office in 2020. Immediately in 2020, the government engaged private sector and mobilized civil society determined to devise an ideal plan for creating more full-time employment opportunities nationwide. After this engagement, the Part-Time Job Initiative that currently employs thousands of Guyanese emerged. The idea that the Part-Time Job Initiative would be able to provide supplementary financing for homes proved to be a success. The initiative allows for low-income households to receive additional income, meaning that one person from each household works for 10 days every month and earns $40,000 as a supplement to the existing household income. Even more, communities are collectively benefiting from the Part-Time Job Initiative. Guyanese are being employed to provide community support services in entities such as hospitals, schools, health centers, RDCs, and other agencies across Guyana. By the year 2021, the budget had been allocated to pilot this part-time job initiative in communities across Guyana. Thousands of part-time jobs were created nationwide, not just in Georgetown or Region 4, but across Guyana. By the beginning of 2022, 9,000 jobs had already been created in Regions 2, 3, 5, and 6. By mid-2022, an additional 1,000 persons on the East Bank benefited from the available job opportunities. By the end of that year, 800 persons were gainfully employed in Region 8. Fast forward to the beginning of 2023, an additional 2,000 residents of Regions 2 and 3 benefited from the part-time job initiative. 4,000 in Region 6 and 1,000 in Region 10. By May 2023, 2,000 additional job opportunities were created for persons in the hinterland regions. At the time, it was projected that by the end of the year, 2,500 more part-time jobs would have been created to benefit residents in the hinterland regions. The government was able to successfully create these opportunities. making available approximately 4,500 job opportunities for persons in the hinterland regions. By the end of 2023, 15,000 more part-time job opportunities had been created for the benefit of Guyanese. The part-time initiative was proving to be a viable platform, providing persons with a means of sustaining themselves while they seek more long-term arrangements. The private sector is playing its part to balloon the job creation initiative of the government. With a better tax framework and inviting policies, the job market continues to expand. In the early part of the government's term, a call center was established in Region 10 to provide long-term employment for young people in that region. Then there is the evidence all around us. Ongoing construction of residential and commercial structures across Guyana, which is an indicator that conditions are immaculate for economic growth, which naturally is resulting in the creation of employment opportunities for Guyanese. Expansion in the tourism and hospitality sector, as well as the favorable local content framework, contributes to the bridging of the unemployment gap. Our government went further to encourage beneficiaries of the part-time initiative to pursue programs through the Gold Scholarship Initiative. Our leaders made the Gold Scholarship Program easily accessible and attractive to all Guyanese seeking to enhance their proficiencies, which makes us more desirable for the job market in pursuit of long-term employment. It is clear that through policies and thoughtful decision-making, our leaders are ensuring the equitable distribution of value to the lives of all Guyanese and providing us with a pathway towards collective development. By the beginning of 2024, $10 billion had been earmarked for the expansion of the part-time job initiative. This demonstrates the care, the commitment, and the compassion of our leaders to us.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this commentary belong solely to the author and do not necessarily represent the views of our company, management, staff, or our affiliates.